Thank you. Representative Moran.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for each of you being here today to discuss this very important issue about critical minerals and the CCP's economic warfare against the American people. A warfare that, as each of you know, is strategic, it's long-term, and as our report today aptly describes, it's predatory. When our country prepares for war, or when any country prepares for war, what does it do? It not only stockpiles resources that it needs, but it also seeks to consolidate the means of production to ensure that their populace and industries are the only ones who can consume those in a very critical time period. That's exactly what I think Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party are doing. The goal in my mind for them, and I think they've stated this clearly, is total control, total domination. We both, the United States and China, know how vital critical minerals are. We both understand how vital that role is in our economy across the world. I want to start talking about something specific to my region, Northeast Texas. It's a region where lots of lithium is. And lithium, as many people know, but for those that are watching that don't know, it's critical. It's a key critical mineral that the U.S. must invest in and that we will see dividends if we properly do. East Texas is at the forefront of that, as all of you are aware of, with companies nearing production in that area. Northeast Texas has the highest grade lithium brine resource in all of North America. It's part of that Smackover region. It's part of that Smackover formation that spans from western edge of Florida all the way to East Texas. And we're proud to be supporters of that development in Northeast Texas as we can. So let me start with you, Mr. Evans. What are the most significant barriers that your companies have faced when trying to start a new critical minerals project in the U.S.? You mentioned a few earlier. And then how can the federal government either get out of the way or give your industries the ability to progress quickly?
Yeah. Thank you, Congressman. And you're right. I know the Smackover formation well. Actually good friends with the CEO of Standard Lithium, so they're doing great work. Look, permitting, and it's a little different probably, maybe in the region there's a lot of private land, but still state gets involved and there will be federal involvement. So to the extent that the red tape can be cut and the permitting processes actually can be predictable, I think that's really important. Number two of that, again, is capital. The cost of these projects is very similar in terms of capital intensity. It's going to be more than the Chinese, it's going to be more than Africa and so forth. These are high quality, world-class resources, but getting over that capital hump, this is no different than, to me, semiconductors. Building a semiconductor fab in the United States is very expensive. However, once they get into operation, their operating costs are world-class. Both these deposits can operate actually on a global basis and actually become a new supply free from Chinese control, but getting over and getting financing is really key. But part of that, as I mentioned before, is pricing transparency. Both of these projects could have moved much, much faster if the Chinese hadn't colluded over the last 3 years to depress lithium prices to an all-time low. As I mentioned before, and actually the CEO of CATL actually even admitted, there was an active effort amongst the Chinese government and actually the largest battery suppliers to push the price of lithium actually well below their cost to run it. I know the deposit that they have in China and they're claiming it's really great. If it was so great, they would have done it 10 years ago. It was an active effort actually to suppress projects like that and ours from actually growing.
Can you help the American people understand, or any of the three of you, how large the deposit of lithium would be across the United States in that Smackover formation, what it could be transformationally to our economy and to our ability to become independent from and decouple from China?
Between Nevada and the Arkansas-Texas region, we have much better reserves than the Chinese do. And actually, if you combine them together, it's more than what you actually have in Bolivia. It's higher grade and better than what you have in Canada. It's actually better, more responsible mining techniques. We could be actually a world-class, sizable global supplier of actually lithium refined chemicals in this country and actually usurp the Chinese.
Mr. Slasher, I want to come to you with my last question. I'm a member of the Ways and Means Committee. I've been clear that I think our tariff policy should be focused on key industries and imposed in a manner that is targeted and gets the results we need for those key industries. In April of this year, the Trump administration launched a Section 232 investigation into critical minerals and has closed deals with many of our trading partners, including Argentina, South Korea, Australia, Japan, Thailand, that address opening our markets to trade critical minerals. The most recent deal with China states that they must, quote, effectively eliminate China's current and proposed export controls on rare earth elements and other critical minerals, end quote. I think we have to stay very vigilant to ensure that that is actually upheld. Mr. Slouster, here's my question. If China does not uphold their agreement to export minerals freely, what targeted tariffs would be beneficial for your industries that might change China's behavior, and how can they be structured to not inadvertently be a barrier to you?
Yeah, thank you, sir. That's a really important 232 investigation. I think the administration's taking strong efforts to bring supply online, and as we do, I think we should look at trade measures to protect our domestic markets. I think the key thing here is we should not just look at the critical minerals themselves, but the derivative products, such as magnets, and then the imports of those derivative products in consumer goods. We bring in a lot of magnets in consumer goods, and I think we need to contemplate that.
Thank you. My time's up. I yield back.